Hey there, guys. Welcome to the live Q&A, Coffee with Jared. Hope you all got your coffees ready because we got an action-packed session today. And I see Facebook is on point today. Today we're talking about 3 phases your customer's going to be going through to be able to purchase from you. So that's what we're going through today. We're going through 3 phases that your clients go through to purchase from you. So as you guys are tuning in, what I want you to do is I want you to share the stream. I'll give you a shout out on today's stream as well. And also, if you can guess the phases that these people go through, I'll give you a 5-night stay in Bali or a 5-night stay in Thailand. That's accommodation covered. Just cover your own airfares there after all of this madness is over. So 3 phases that your clients go through. 3 phases that your clients go through. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Number 1 is there is a before phase. Now, this is your role as a business owner in the first before phase is to be able to capture their attention. Now, what I mean by that is that we've got all these different tools available. We've got YouTube, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got referrals, we've got heaps of different ways to be able to get in contact with people in this before phase. So the before phase is these people do not know what you are, who you are. They don't know how you can help. They don't even know who you are, let alone anything else. So in the before phase, it is your role to be able to show these people or demonstrate to these people or be in front of these people at least to show them you can solve a problem. There'll be 2 types of people. There'll be the first person that knows that they've got a problem right now. They've got a problem that they can't solve on their own. Or there's a person that actually knows that they've got a problem and they're looking to actively get it solved. But in the before phase, they don't even know who you are as a person. They don't even know what your business is. And it's your role to be able to get in front of these people and find the people that actually show interest. So the successful completion of this section in the before phases of a client coming to you is, getting in front of them, capturing their attention, letting them know that you actually exist as a business owner. So that's the first phase. The first phase is before. So getting their attention, getting them to know that you actually exist. So that's the first section. Number 2, as you guys are jumping in, remember, if you can guess these, I'm going to be giving you guys some shout outs. All you got to do is just guess what I'm talking about here. So that was the first phase. First phases was the before section. The second phase is during. So now that you've gone through successfully captured someone's attention and they've gone, yes, I know who you are, and yes, you've got my attention. The second phase is then about turning them into a successful lead, okay? So they've seen your offer and now they've gone, okay, cool, I want to get access to this. And as you guys are tuning in as well, let me know where you're from. I'd love to know where you guys are from. And I'd also like to know whether you can guess any of these, because there's a 5-night stay in Bali, a 5-night stay in Thailand, if you can guess any of these that I'm talking about today. And you can expand on it. Second phase is during. So now you've captured their attention. Successful completion is about getting them to show interest in your offer and actually take you up on your offer. So it's physically generating these people as a lead for your business. So once you've gone through first phase, they know who you are, they've generated some interest, they get excited about, and they actually know who you are. Second phase is, bringing these people in as a lead, grabbing their attention, showing them that, yes, you can help, and them taking you up on your offer. Number 3 then is about the after. This is when to get people to physically pay you the money for your service on the first call, okay? So it's about, and this is exactly the process that you go through to be able to turn your social media into a profit for your business, is that before, during, and after phase. And the after phase is about making sure that you've got a predictable system in place that when someone comes through as a lead, that you physically turn them into a sale. And it's not only from online sales, but it's also as well from physical phone conversation sales, because going through this particular part of the process is about turning people from before, during to after into a physical sale, getting them to pay you for your product or service. So that's the three phases of the customer journey, or the client journey, or however you use the wording, to be able to start turning things into a profit for your business. And it's really, really important that you understand these phases as well. While it seems very basic, it's also a need to be able to understand this particular part of the process and these three different phases of the before, during, and after phases. Because if you're not getting the leads at the moment, you've got a before phase, and you're using the before phase to get in front of people, and then you're just having the challenge of, how do I get people to this during phase? How do I get them to take me up on the offer? Then there needs to be some work on the during phase. However, if your before phase is you're getting so much attention from people, and you're getting lots and lots of views on your content and all this sort of stuff, and your offers and all this sort of stuff, you're getting so many views on it, and you're getting so many people take you up on the during phase to come in as a lead, then the after phase, you're just not getting the conversions on the after phase. Then that's where the challenge is that for you, it's like, how do I get people to pay me the physical money for my service? So if you understand the three different phases that the customers or your clients will go through when they're coming to purchase from you, then if you can understand those phases, you can know which ones need to be fixed. Because if you're getting leads, you're not getting sales, that's the area that needs to be fixed. If you're getting attention, but you're not getting leads, then that's the section that needs to be fixed. And if you can just really understand the concepts around all of this as well, then it's the awareness, the conscious awareness of what's going wrong and what needs to be fixed, that you can go ahead and get that solved. Because these are the three main phases that you need to have tight as a business owner in order to not only capture attention, but convert attention into business. So, and it's the same as like what we do within our 300 Mastermind. We show you those three different sections. And those three different sections are so important because it takes you through the battle plan methodology, the battle plan marketing method, which shows you like how to go about capturing the attention, how to go about structuring the offers, and how to go about converting. Because those three sections are the most important to your business, and that's what's going to help you really thrive through any marketplace, any business, any circumstances, anything that gets presented in front of you. If you can just master these three sections, then naturally your business is going to grow as part of it. Let me know, what coffee have you got in today? I'm drinking flat white today, so that's my usual drink. So taking questions now from any one of you who about these three different phases, anything around structure, anything that you're working on at the moment, anything you want some further clarity on around these three phases. This is your opportunity to be able to ask questions. We've got Maria on later on today for a live interview here on the page, where we're going to be talking about and diving deeper into contracts, international contractors, how to structure things from one country to another country. And we're going to be talking heavily around international business as well today. See, Serena's got green tea. That's amazing. I've been diving deeper into tea and everything as well myself lately. It's great. So the three phases that the three phases today that all of your clients go through. What questions do you guys have around this? I'm just checking out everybody's comments now. Welcome, Serena. Welcome, Veronique. Welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for sharing, Veronique. For all of you who don't know Veronique, she spent 20 years actually doing in the industry of working with people like Tony Robbins, who's impacted hundreds of millions of people, millions and millions of people now. I don't know how many it is, but it's just millions and millions of people all around the world and into like around Australia, around New Zealand, internationally, helping people break through their limiting beliefs and step into better versions of themselves. If any of you are just wanting some additional help or someone to talk to or someone to help break through those barriers to help you guys up level yourselves, definitely go follow Veronica on Facebook, who's here in the comments. 3 phases today, overview again. Okay, cool. I'll go over and overview these 3 phases again. So there's the before phase. The before phase is the section where, you know, people don't know who you are, and they're in 2 different phases. They're in, you know, they know they've got a problem or they don't know they've got a problem. So the before phase is about capturing someone's attention and getting them interested in what you do, getting them to know you and getting them interested in who you are as a person and who your business is and what your business does. So that's the first phase. And there's a lot of people that have the challenges that you solve. So the more you can get in front of, the better, and the more you can capture attention, because people will either know they've got a problem or they won't know they've got a problem. Your job is to be able to capture their attention and to get them interested. The second phase is the during phase. So the during phase is about how do you get that person, now you got their attention, like what do you now do to be able to turn them into a lead? How do you get them to take you up on your offer through your marketing, or whether it's organically, whether it's paid, no matter what it is? How do you get that person interested and to get them to register themselves as a lead? The third phase is the after phase, and that's the phase that I find is the most important, the after phase. So once you've got them as a lead and they've come through and they're interested in your product, how do you get them to pay you the money for your service? So successful completion of this section of the after phase is about actually getting paid from interest to paid. That's what it is. It's actually getting paid for the service that you provide, which is the most important part of any 3 phases of the client journey. The only time they ever solve the problem is when they pay you money, because you solve that problem for them. So it's about successful completion of these 3 sectors in order to create a profit for your business. So what other questions do you guys have today that you would like to get answers for? What was the first again? The first was the before phase. The second is the during phase. The third phase is the after phase, right? 1, 2, 3. Very simple 3 sections of it. Know they got a problem or won't know. Yes, they will either know they've got a problem or they won't know that they've got a problem. So they're either conscious to the problem or they're unconscious to the problem, right? Thanks, Serena. I was teaching my class with a special needs online. Fantastic. That's great, Donna. That's amazing. The third, Serena says, during the phase, how do you get that person to know you, have their attention, and turn them into a lead? That's the second phase. Yes, that's the during phase. The during phase is about once you've got someone's attention, how do you get them to place their interest and get generated as a lead to your business? Then the after phase is, you know, how do you get them to pay you money, right? And it's making things simple, easy to grab and get access to, and to turn them from a lead into a sale. And you must have predictable sales processes in place for this to ensure that you maximize every single opportunity that comes through to be able to turn these leads that you pay money for and spend time and energy on and turn them into sales. As I said, like, we cover all of this in the 300 Mastermind. We've got a whole section called the Battle Plan Marketing Method, which basically helps you like really dive deep into the target. What's the target? If you don't have a target, then there is no way that you are going to get anything, right? If you don't have the target. So what's the target? Who's the ones that are going to pay you the most money for your service? Who are the most hyperactive buyers in the marketplace for your service? and we dive a lot deeper. We've got a very, like, it's literally like a couple of page document that we dive super, super deep into, and really get super specific on that person. It even tells you where these people are on Facebook, where they are on Instagram, how to go about finding them in the marketplace, whether they're on LinkedIn. If they're on LinkedIn, they're there. So we dive deeper into that. The second part of the phase is around how do we put the strategy together in order to bring these people through, because there's a phased strategy that people will come through, 5-step video strategy, as well as the offer, to really make sure that we're serving these people to the best of our ability. And then from there, it's about placing through your ad campaigns on the various different platforms that you're going to be using. And then from there, it's about the automation side, as to automating the follow-up, automating the sales process. And then from there, we dive a lot deeper into like the sales process, the conversions formula. How do you go about converting these people? What do you say to them on the phone when you call them? Go through a 2-step sales process, which is completely scripted for you guys. You get access to everything like this in the 300 Mastermind. It's like $1 a day it works out to. If you pay your 12-month membership up front, it's actually less than $1 a day. It's insane. So that's like the whole process that you go through with all of this as well. It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. Other questions that you guys have? I'm unconscious to all problems right now, working too hard. Hey, you're never working too hard, Serena. You always work harder, do more. Makes us better. After phase is the biggest challenge and the most important, because that's where the money is. 100%. The after phase is the phase that everybody should master. If you want to grow a 7-figure business, you want to grow $1 million business, even if you want to grow like $100,000 business, you must master the after phase, right? Because if you guys are going to be investing money into marketing and all this sort of stuff, right? This is what's not covered properly in a lot of other programs. And this is why we created also the 300 Mastermind too, is because not everyone is at the stage where they could spend $24,000 to $60,000 on their business in order to either, work with someone really, really closely to solve a problem, or get someone to basically do everything for them. So getting to that phase is a challenge for a lot of people. So we created the 300 Mastermind because we wanted to show people, like, what do you say on the phone? How do you say it? How do you articulate a sales conversation? How do you get the attraction of, like, attract someone to your business, so then you can get their interest, you can give them an offer, they take you up on the offer, then you convert them into a deal. So how do you go about doing all of this? And a lot of these processes up until today, we've like doubled businesses in 2.5 days using these methodologies. In addition to that, we've actually 9 times businesses in less than 1.5 years doing this as well. So not saying that everybody that joins the 300 Mastermind or any of our programs will do that, because some of this is astronomical results. However, it just shows that you can grow the business strategically still, and you could quite simply add $20, $30, $40, $50,000 to your top line. You could quite simply add $100,000 to your top line, right, in a 12-month period. It's just about doing something slightly differently, and it's about having predictable systems on the front end that attracts the clients, that turns them into a lead, and then a predictable system that turns the lead into a sale. And if you're selling a $5,000 product, for example, you're looking at 20 new sales in 1 year to make $100,000, or you're looking at 10 new $10,000 sales, which is less than 1 sale a month. And if you're generating 37 to 59 leads every 28 days, you're bound to get 1 sale a month at that size. So it's quite simple to be able to do things in theory. All it is just about getting stuck into it and doing the work, because unless you do the work, nothing changes. You can't do the same thing day in, day out every single day and expect a different result. Something's got to change for the results to change. If you haven't got the results before, there's a reason because you haven't got the results before, because I say this in my webinars, old habits die hard. You come onto a live stream like this and you learn some wonderful information. You get super pumped up about it and you're like, yes, I'm going to implement this 3-step system and I'm going to grow my business. And then the next day you just fall back into the same habits again. You just continue doing the same thing day in, day out. You expect a different result. You go from program to program. You go watch 10 million different people's videos on Facebook and start learning different things from different people. And you start expecting a different result from it all. Yet you don't do anything differently because old habits die hard. You continue doing the same thing. Then you should just join the 300 Mastermind, because the 300 Mastermind, you can be one of our next 300 case studies that we're going to have into this program, right? So could you if this just did half of anything that I spoke about on any of my live streams, if you just did half of the results that I speak about on my live streams, then it's going to be it's going to move your business forward, right? Just by doing half of what I say. However, it comes down to the person that's watching the stream that goes and takes, are they going to take the action and do the different actions to get a different result? That's what it comes down to. Within ourselves, taking a different action and doing something different to get a different result. And the different result, it could be a failure to start with, but hey, we're going to learn from that, and then we'll take another step forward, do something differently again, and then we'll get a different result. And this is what it takes. It takes the ability to be able to back ourselves as business owners or as people, as human beings, back ourselves to be able to get a different result, to do things differently. If you're going to get fired up from if you get fired up from my live streams by me just yelling at you guys like this, if you guys get fired up just by watching these live streams, go through more of them, jump in the 300 Mastermind, immerse yourself into the environment, right? Connect with other people there in the community. Get to know people there in the community as well. Work out how can you all collaborate together to be able to help each other grow. Because nothing is ever done just by ourselves. There's always other people involved to help us on the journey. I've never done anything by myself. I've always had somebody else along the way that's given me a bit of a leg up to be able to step into a new version, a new level of growth. So what I want you guys to do, go back over this stream. There's plenty of nuggets spoken about in this stream. So continue and go through this video. 3:30 Perth, Western Australia time today. Make sure that you are on the live stream with Maria, who's from Sweden. So I'm bringing you people from all around the world. Be in on that live stream today to speak and ask questions about international business, how to do business internationally, how to employ contractors internationally, how to protect your business when you're doing international transactions, etc. And specifically as well, we're going to be taking Q&A, asking questions of her too. So make sure you're following the page. There should be a follow button somewhere on this video, below it, wherever. Make sure you're following first so you see everything first from this page. Secondly, make sure you're on the live stream. Thirdly, go back over this whole live stream again and get heaps of nuggets. Number 4, make sure you're on the 300 Mastermind, because that's going to give you all the strategies to go through these 3 phases that I've spoken about to you guys today. All right. And remember, if you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So get out there, take action, implement the 3 phases, go through it all in depth, and work out what's going wrong in your business and work out how to make it go to the next level. It is your duty to go to the next level in your business. It is your obligation to be able to help more people. So go through, implement all of this, and I'll see you all 3:30 today. Remember, be the warrior, and I'll speak with you guys soon.